Welcome to Preparing for UCSB, an overview for students and families. In this video, we'll talk about living in student housing, how to do shopping, how to get around. We'll talk a little bit about Isla Vista. We'll talk about some of the laws that you will deal with as a student. We'll talk about academic adjustment, and we'll talk about staying safe and healthy. So for living in student housing, keep in mind that student housing is very compact. There is not a lot of space. When you are planning what to bring with you, you might want to bring just a few small pictures, things you can hang on the wall, and you will be able to go shopping for things that you need. I did want to mention briefly, in terms of resolving conflicts, sometimes international students run into conflicts with their roommates, as do non-international students. So you can reach out to your resident assistant. Each floor in the student housing will have a resident assistant or an RA, and that person is there to help you. If you have any concerns about communicating with your roommate, or if you're having any challenges, your RA is there to help you. It's a very important resource. So getting around, as you can see, UCSB, this is the campus here, this area. It's all part of the campus. Dorms are in this area and this area. This community over here is all Isla Vista, so it's right next to campus. But you'll find lots of shopping nearby too. So you are close to all sorts of things. There's shopping up here, there's shopping over here. This is the airport that you can see, this little part of the airport over here. So things are very close together. Again, here's another view. So this would be the campus. Isla Vista is right next to campus. These are big shopping areas right here and here off Fairview. There's also a lot of shopping right here. There's shopping in Old Town Glida. You can also take the bus from UCSB. Downtown Santa Barbara is this way. You can take a free bus to go downtown and do lots of shopping down there. So you'll be able to get the things you need very close by. For transportation, most first-year students choose not to have a car. It's expensive. Parking can be difficult on campus or in Isla Vista. Most students find that having a bike or a skateboard works very well for getting around campus and getting out to Isla Vista. The bus is free for students with a current bus sticker. And again, that will take you to downtown Santa Barbara on an express, or you can go shopping nearby or from student housing. The bus is very easy to use. The local bus system is called SBMTD, the Metropolitan Transit District, and you can find the schedule online or through an app. It's very easy to get around using the bus or a bike or a skateboard. Terms of laws: no alcohol for anyone to 21 years or older. You have to be 21 years or older to have alcohol, to drink alcohol, to have possession of alcohol. So there is no alcohol allowed at all in the dorms. It is not allowed in the streets in Isla Vista. And if you are under 21, you cannot possess alcohol. Even a sealed bottle of wine, a closed bottle of beer, you may not hold or possess alcohol. You may not have a cup that has an alcoholic drink in it. These are all problems. For a person under 21 in possession of alcohol, this is an offense, and you can get a ticket and be required to go through a program and pay a fine. This would be called a minor in possession, MIP. Unfortunately, a lot of international students can end up with an MIP, so please avoid that by not touching any alcohol when you are in a public area or anywhere in student housing. Further, all of UCSB is a no smoking and no vaping area. That means you cannot smoke cigarettes anywhere on campus. including within your own dorm room. You cannot smoke on campus, including in your dorm room. UCSB has tobacco cessation programs that can help you quit smoking if you are currently a smoker. Also, although marijuana is currently legal in California, it is not legal according to federal law. That means for international students, people that come and go across the federal border, you are not allowed to use marijuana on campus or anywhere else in the state. Homeland Security and the Border Patrol can exclude you from the country, bar you from entry if they see evidence that you are planning to use or have used marijuana. So please be very careful in even making jokes about using marijuana in California. But again, all around campus, no smoking, no vaping at all. Okay, Isla Vista is very close to UCSB campus. You can literally just go under a bridge and there you are. In Isla Vista, as you can see here, there are shops, there are banks, you can find grocery stores where you can purchase food, you can go to restaurants. There's a lot to do there in IV. You do want to make sure that you pay attention, obey the traffic lights, like here, going when there's a green light, stopping for a red light, whether you are on a bicycle or skateboard or walking or driving. You need to pay attention to traffic lights and you need to be aware of your surroundings. Before you step off the sidewalk into the street, be sure you look around. The bicycles, especially bicycles and skateboards, can move very quickly and there are a lot of injuries. So please be aware of your surroundings and use caution when entering the street. So there's some legal resources that I want to be sure you know about. The first is 911. In the United States, including UCSB, if there's an emergency, you can call 911. If you're using a campus phone that you need to dial 9 first, then you will need to dial 911. But that will connect you to emergency services who can send police, fire, ambulance, whatever is needed depending on the emergency. I also want to be sure you know about Associated Students SA Legal Resources. Associated Students Legal Resources can help you if you do get an MIP, if you get some kind of a citation, or if you are the victim of a crime, if somebody steals something from you or you need to report stolen property. There's also police, IV Foot Patrol, and sheriff. They can all help you in case you have been the victim of a crime. Those are all located on campus or in Isla Vista. So there's a lot of options. Again, you want to keep an eye on your property. It's not uncommon for students to leave their laptops in the library while they're studying, and then they go to the restroom and they come back and they find that their laptop is gone. So pay attention, lock your doors and windows. You don't need to go to extraordinary measures, but lock your doors and windows. If you are out at night, we suggest you walk with friends. If you have no friends with you, if you're at the library very late at night, there is a campus service called CSO Escorts. These are community service officers, and they will come and meet you wherever you are and walk with you back to your housing on campus or in Isla Vista to make sure that you return home safely. It's a great service and we really suggest you take advantage of it. But mostly common sense precautions will help you. Lock your bicycle, don't leave valuables out in plain sight. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit now about academic adjustment, learning to learn at the American Research University. The educational system here is a lot different than the educational system in other countries. One of the biggest issues for international students is understanding citations and avoiding plagiarism. Plagiarism is a really big problem for international students because it's a system they're not familiar with. However, UCSB does not have a strong tolerance for plagiarism. They will expect you to understand how to cite your sources, and if you have any confusion about that, be sure you attend workshops and ask for help. Campus Learning Assistance Services, CLAS, is one of your best resources. They offer workshops, they offer assistance online, they have a walk-in writing lab that can help you. So we strongly suggest that all students use Campus Learning Assistance Services right away. Go and find out which classes they're offering. They will offer support services for specific classes, but they also offer general study skills and citation workshops that can be very helpful for you. There's also a program called the Disabled Students Program. This is for students that have any kind of accessibility or learning issues that require them to have special accommodations. If you need more time to complete a test because you are dyslexic, Disabled Student Program is for you. So that's a resource you should be aware of. Another great resource is the library. They also offer workshops on how to use library resources for research and how to cite your work and avoid plagiarism. You should also reach out to your academic department and be aware of what workshops they offer specific to your discipline. And finally, those of us here at OISS want to help you, and we occasionally offer workshops geared toward international students to help you address some of these concerns. One of the reasons that sometimes students will fall back into plagiarism is because they feel a lot of pressure. During your first year here at UCSB, especially during your first quarter, it is very common to see your grade point average, your GPA, drop. You will probably see your GPA drop when you first arrive here. Expect to struggle and expect it to be difficult. But also know that there are resources to help you, like the ones I talked about previously, CLAS, Disabled Students Program, your academic department, the library, and OISS. You're not alone and you are not failing. It is part of the growth process to experience a GPA drop. It's very common, and it does not mean that you won't recover and succeed as a student here. Okay, now I'm going to talk a little bit about emergencies and where to get help. Let's start with student health services in case you get sick. Hopefully you will not get sick during your time here, but chances are you will. People are living close together and there are a lot of germs. Student health services can help you with preventative care that you might need. And then they can also help you if you are sick, if you have immediate need. Student health services also offers dental and vision support. So if you need glasses or dental work done, physical therapy, much more. So please learn about the services that are available to you through student health. This is something that most students are paying for through their Gaucho health insurance. So please take advantage of everything they have to offer there. Glasses, contacts, toothbrush, toothpaste, all sorts of things that they offer to you. They also, on their website, you will find this flyer for after-hours care. Healthcare in the United States can be extremely expensive if you do not have insurance, and not all healthcare will be covered by your Gaucho health insurance. Most services that you have at Student Health Services at UCSB will be included under your Gaucho health insurance. Some things won't be. And there will be times where student health is closed. So what we strongly suggest is that if you are unable to go to student health because they're closed, that you go to an urgent care clinic, and you'll see some listed here. And again, this is a flyer that's available on the Student Health website under After Hours Care. And you can also see that they have an after-hour nurse line where you can talk to a nurse and get some suggestions of how to feel better. So those are great resources to know about. If you are experiencing a medical emergency, something where you are immediately concerned about your health in a, like it's life-threatening type of problem, then that's the time to go to the hospital and go to the emergency room. As you can see from this chart, there's an emergency room just about 1 mile from campus where this red line is. So very close. If you need care, it's very close. The only reason to avoid going to the emergency room is that it can be very expensive if it is not a covered treatment. So you might choose to go to urgent care if it's something less pressing. So urgent care, again, if student health is closed, you are sick or injured but don't feel your life is at risk, it's going to be much less expensive than an emergency room. The emergency room is there for you if student health is closed and you are sick or injured and feel you are at immediate risk, and it's just 1 mile from campus. So very close by, easy to get medical care. We do ask students to keep in mind that between Eastern and Western medicine, there are a lot of differences. The doctor at Student Health may seem to treat you differently than you expect to be treated. Often prescriptions, especially antibiotics, are given very sparingly. Some international students are surprised that they are not receiving a prescription if they come to Student Health because they feel ill. That is part of Western medicine, is really scaling that back. So please do your best to listen to your doctor. They are here to take care of you. Further, campus emergencies. This would be something like earthquakes or fires. We hope you don't experience that while you're here, but we want to be sure that you and your family know what the response will be. There is a campus alert system that everybody can sign up for, including parents or people overseas. If you go to alerts.ucsb.edu, you can sign up to receive text alerts or email alerts when there are issues on campus. We also ask that all students be sure to enter an emergency contact in gold. One challenge can be that international phone numbers are not currently supported in gold, so you may need to enter a roommate or another family member that lives in the US. And then when you arrive, be sure that your roommate or your RA has family contact information in case you are unable to speak for yourself, that they could reach out to your family on your behalf. So this has been a crash course in so many things about living at UCSB. Please join us for a video chat webinar if you would like to learn more, and reach out to OISS through our website, through email, through social media. We are here to support you in this journey at UCSB.